about these three things. And so I just want to thank him. So, and we have Mr. Bhatias. Now, I'll tell you just briefly about him. You already know about of course, all about his hotmail.com. कैसे hotmail.com, कैसे हम लोग को, क्यों हम लोग को फ्री ईमेल मिल रही है, कैसे हम लोग ये कर रहे हैं. सो फ्री ईमेल जो है, that is a creation of Sabir Bhatia. It was his vision, what he made happen. But moreover, more other than that, he says, I want to Bharat mein. He really want the children to be, critical thinker and positive, a positive mindset. He wants the children to be, all of you youth, to be, really be a good, excellent communicator, and then be a great empathetic leader. तभी हमारा भारत देश आगे बढ़ेगा. So with that, I would invite Mr. Sabir Bhatia. He has taken our time. Even he's very busy, very, very busy. But for Jharkhand student, he has given his heart. So Sabir, please go ahead.
Ramesh, thank you so much for the fantastic, very kind introduction. And what Professor Ramesh Yadav just said is so true, that the world gets fascinated by obviously success stories and big money numbers, but people fail to ask simple, basic questions like what Newton did. Why did the apple fall down? Why did it not go up? It seems obvious, right? 30 years ago, we asked a similar question. Both my partner, Jack Smith, and I were working in a company, and we were trying to build our own startup. So we were building our own software. And while we were doing that, the company where we were working put a firewall around the corporate intranet that made it impossible for us to access our personal email accounts. I had one at Stanford, he had one at AOL. That simple idea that we can access any web page, but we could not access our personal email accounts because of firewalls. And obviously, if one company puts a firewall, that means every company in the world will put a firewall. Gave us the idea, what if we made email available on the web? That was the genesis of the Hotmail idea. It was just taking what existed since 1969, but was confined to email servers and an email backend, an SMTP server, and converting its output to an HTML format so that it could be displayed on a web page. And giving it away free was just a way for us to make it popular, without having an idea of how we will create a business out of it. But it was a brilliant fundamental idea, similar to the Newtonian idea of why does it not go back up? Why does it fall? Those kind of ideas come from deep thinking or imagination. They're not taught. If you are taught something, you just repeat whatever you're taught. And no innovation comes out of repetition. Everything that you have learned, you have to view with a critical point of view. Don't ever memorize anything. Memorization gets you marks, but it kills the thinking cells. Always question. Allow your mind to wander and figure out, why is this the case and why not? Try to answer the why not. The answers are all in the why not in the why. So Now let's do go fast forward and talk about Hotcoin. And by the way, I hope all of you go to hotcoinapp.com and just download this currency. So, how did this token come about? How did I start thinking about it? Well, this whole field of blockchain and crypto technology got a lot of attention. And so the first company that really created a token of a sort of a crypto token was Bitcoin. And it was started roughly in 2008 timeframe. Um, and nobody knows who did it, but people think it's uh, Satoshi Nakamoto, you know, some fictional character who invented Bitcoin. So why did he invent Bitcoin? Or why did whoever person, the Open Software Foundation, invent Bitcoin? They invented Bitcoin to keep track of effort that they were putting in and contributing to the Open Software Foundation. So let's say Professor Ramesh Yadav put in 5 hours of effort, he got 5 Bitcoin. If I put in 10 hours of effort, I got 10 Bitcoin. So I mean, initially it was just a loose mechanism to keep track of who put in how much effort. And then there was a leaderboard that people made that showed who was the top contributor to the effort. Um, and then people started earning Bitcoin, and of course there was a process of mining Bitcoin that burned some energy, and since it was built on the blockchain, there's no central database. The real core idea was it's a distributed database. I mean, good idea. But then as it started gaining momentum, some people who were not able to contribute said, I don't know, but maybe I'll pay something for this. Let's create a marketplace. Maybe somebody says, this could be worth something because somebody has put in an effort at creating open software. Let's pay them for it. So people who are not good at writing software say, I'll pay $5 for it. I'll pay $10. Let's create a marketplace. So people started creating a loose marketplace for it. And it started with $5, $10, I don't know, $1, and it started going up in value because as more and more people got interested in this, they're like, hey, there is something here. I don't know what it is. Just like when we started Hotmail, we did not know how we were going to monetize it. Uh, People started buying Bitcoin and selling it and created an exchange for it. And then one of the investors who was an original investor in Hotmail, Tim Draper, he bought a whole bunch of Bitcoin at $300-400. And at that time, that was like a huge thing that he bought it for $300-400. And he put, I don't know, 100 million on it, like just a bet. Uh, and because a lot of VCs, they work on instinct. So he put his personal money, not his venture capital money, but personal money on instinct. And he started talking up the value that I have put money behind it. Now you have to realize that in Silicon Valley, when VCs get involved, when one VC invests in something, all the other VCs converge because they're like, okay, somebody has done their due diligence, so the other VCs say, I'll follow you, I'll follow you. So it becomes like a train. But in this case, the followership was not VCs, but public at large who like said, wait a minute, this guy knows something that we don't because he's had such a good track record. He has put money in Hotmail. Since then, he's put money in Tesla and SpaceX. He must know something. And so um, they started buying it up as well. And from 500-600 bucks, today it has hit a high point of almost $100,000 with a market capitalization of 1.8 trillion. Now, I studied this and I'm trying to think and saying, why does it have that valuation? So I looked at number of his videos and speeches, and in any time he appears on camera, he wears a Bitcoin tie. So he's obviously talking it up because he's bullish on it. But why is he bullish on it? He is bullish on it because he sells the story that one day this can will become fiat currency. What is fiat currency? Fiat currency is like the rupee or the dollar or whatever international currency you have that you use to go and buy coffee or exchange, you know, goods, or when you go and buy shoes or any kind of commerce transaction, you pay in local currency, fiat. And he's saying that this will become fiat currency. Well, let's take a look at the universe of Bitcoin. There are only about 30 million wallets that have Bitcoin. And there are 800 million people in India who are living on less than $5 a day, just making ends meet. Just think about it. Will they ever go and buy Bitcoin and then use it to pay for coffee? The risk is too high. I mean, it's at $100,000. Why would they buy it at a certain price and risk that from 100,000 it'll fall to 80,000, or it could go up to 120,000? They will never use it. It's not going to happen. So the possibility of it becoming fiat currency is close to zero. So who's buying it and who's selling it? Speculators. They've got a lot of money. They've seen it rise up from, three, $400, or even before that, $30, $40, all the way to $100,000. They will want to buy something of this sort. Uh, and just for diversify their portfolios. If they've got assets, they've got stocks, they've got cash, they may want to put some money in Bitcoin, just like they put money in silver or gold. But it'll never become a fiat currency. So, thinking like putting my Hotmail hat on, I said, what if we could distribute this currency to the whole world? Small amounts, token, like a one or two tokens and something, and then offer it to investors, to speculators. uh, would that be of value? And what would they be investing in? You know, investors invest in networks. What was Hotmail? A network. What is Instagram? A network. What is Facebook? A network. So let's assume we are able to loosely collect, let's assume magically we are able to distribute this to 1 billion people. And 1 billion users who are holding on to a token of something. It has no value today, but it's a token that could become worth something in the future. Itself, the network has value. Well, what is that value? 1 billion users value is 100 billion. When we sold Hotmail to Microsoft, every user had a value. That was $40 then, 30 years ago. Today, that value is $100. Because in the future they could buy and uh, buy products, advertising. We could advertise to them, we could reach them. So that's one loose kind of instinct that I had, that has value. Just even raw distribution of tokens has value, because I'm not just looking at the last mile problem. The second thing is, we're increasingly becoming an AI powered world where human services will be replaced by agentic services. So those agents, they will need to transact in some currency. Well, what if we build the capability of those future transactions into this new currency? Let's call it Hotcoin because it continues with the Hotmail theme. I mean, Hotmail has built a brand over the last 30 years, and yeah, sure, no longer Gmail has overtaken Hotmail in the email space, but the Hot brand is still there. When I talk to people and I say Hotmail in India, may not be the younger generation, but the older generation still remembers Hotmail. So let's build off of the hot brand, create a new token called Hotcoin, and our goal is to simply get more than 30 million wallets. And I think I can do that in India, given that I have a kind of a personal brand there. And two, let's change the proof of work from compute time to human effort. So let's assume all of you download Hotcoin today, going to the hotcoinapp.com. First of all, you get 2 Hotcoin for doing that, for just opening an account, just providing your phone number. Then, as you recruit other people, you can earn more Hotcoin. So every new person that you bring, there's a specific unique QR code that each of you will get, or a link that you can share with your social media circles. Every person in your network who signs up gets 2 Hotcoin, but you also get another Hotcoin. So I just put it out on my social media and I've collected 400 Hotcoin. Now, me and my team will work to make this Hotcoin valuable. And how are we going to do it? Tomorrow I'm flying to Switzerland. So we already have a license to operate in Dubai. So the government of Dubai is kind of regulating this token. We are submitting everything to them, and they're like, yeah, it's we will it's okay for you, because they want to support the new technology based on blockchain. And tomorrow I'm flying to Switzerland because next week I'm meeting with some Swiss folks, bankers, crypto enthusiasts, possibly lawyers, to see if we can get it regulated by the Swiss government. Now, slowly over time, I will build value into this currency because of the efforts that I will put in. And from your end, all you have to do is distribute it to as many people as you want, as you can, because that's how you will earn. And I don't promise anything, but who's to say that in a few years this could not be worth, or maybe in a couple of years, this is worth $500 or $100 or $1,000. Or if we're really lucky, it can rise up and become the next Bitcoin. So we are doing nothing more than fulfilling the original objectives of Bitcoin, which was to be an inexpensive mechanism of transfer of value from one individual to another. And I also think the world needs this because of the global changes that are happening, where countries are getting taken over. There is uncertainty in the market. Uh, Iran could be bombed, may not be bombed. Their currency has fallen 30 times in the last 10 years. So the world needs a new stable coin. So this is like a stable coin, except it is not backed by gold or real estate, which is the old way of thinking, but it's actually backed by an intellectual property network, just like Facebook. So think of this as all of you are getting a share of a company called Hotcoin. You think of it that way. It's not an actual share. And all of my employees and people, we are compensating each other in Hotcoin. And because of our efforts, we will build value. We will make this currency more acceptable, or this token more acceptable, as we strike deals. So, for example, one of the first deals I will strike is try to get regulated in Switzerland. Next deal I will strike is make it acceptable in 36 million merchants. If 36 million merchants say, yes, we will take this and accept this as a form of payment, now you are holding on to something, or you will be holding on to something that could be of value. Nothing wrong with that. And you help build the network. You become like my partners in this effort. So that's the loose idea behind Hotcoin. It's not yet another cryptocurrency. I don't want to pump and dump it. It's not a pump and dump scheme. Everybody gets a piece, and the network rules. Those are the underlying instincts behind this new token or new digital asset called Hotcoin. I will stop there because I know lots of people are asking, uh, how to utilize Hotcoins. You know, no. So listen. Rome was not conquered on day one. Bitcoin did not reach $100,000 on day one. It started in 2008 when its value was zero or maybe close to zero, a few bucks, zero actually when it started. Today it's worth $100,000 and there's no organization behind Bitcoin. I'm saying there is an organization, there is an individual, Sabir Bhatia, behind Hotcoin. And when this grows in value because of the deals we strike, I'm not saying it'll become Bitcoin, but even if we reach 100 Bitcoin, all of you will make money. It's as simple as that. So let me see what are the questions people are asking. Uh, what is the importance in our daily life? There's not it's like a token, it's like gold right now. It may become gold, it may not become gold, it may become more valuable than gold. But just take it. Take it, you have no loss. I'm not asking for any money. You're not putting, it's free. And you get two for free. You can earn more. I have earned 400 just by telling my friends. I'm sure all of you have friends. You tell your friends, you start earning more. How to create? Oh, Hotcoin in social media. Very good question. Next week, we will announce 4 different social good tasks that you can spend your Hotcoin on. And the 10 tasks that we have created is one is distribution of sanitary pads to the needy, uh, distribution of rations to a family of 4 for a month, distribution of provision of water bottles to people who cannot afford them, masks, a school kit for a kid to go to school and study, 4 bed sheets and blankets for a family. So there's a whole list of 10 different tasks, social do good tasks that you will initially be able to start spending your hot coin on. But some of you might just want to hold on to it and hold it as it rises. But like I said, we will build value and capability into this new token. But the first step is distribution. We want to distribute it to as many people as we possibly can. And especially in your network, not just your friends, distribute it to the really poor who have a smartphone. They may not know the value of it today. One day, if my instincts are correct, you could put a few $100s in their pockets. I mean, think about it. If somebody's earning less than $5 a day and somebody comes and gives them a few $100 because of their efforts, there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, that's a ultimate social do-good. What are the benefits of hot coins compared to stocks and Bitcoin? Well, like I said, it's too early. We're just starting out. We're just distributing it right now. We will get the same capability as stocks or Bitcoin in a year or two. And trust me, a year or two passes by very quickly. The most important thing in any currency is trust. Well, this is an experiment. You're getting it for free. That's how I'm building trust. If somebody gave me something for free and said, take this is like a lottery ticket, it could be worth something in the future. Will you not take a lottery ticket? Yeah, you will. You're like, yeah, it's for free. I've got nothing to lose. Let me take it.
Yeah.
What is the key lessons from Hotmail? Distribution is the key. Networks have value. We did not know what the value of Hotmail was going to be. It was a network. It had value. It's not hotcoin.com. It's hotcoinapp.com. Everybody, hotcoinapp.com. That's the one, not hotcoin.com. And how to utilize after earning it, how to create in social media. Yeah, put Each of you will get an individual unique link through your dashboard. Popularize that in your social media circles. And if people sign up using that link, you will automatically get credited more Hotcoin. What is the importance in our daily life? Nothing yet. But like I said, it's a digital asset that will gain value, hopefully, because of the efforts of my team and myself over the next few months, next couple of years. What is Hotcoin? It's a digital token. It's a digital asset that that is being given away for free, right? Let's see. को सुनते रहो और आपको उसका आंसर हमें मिलेगा। ओके फाइन। हॉट कॉइन क्या होता है और हमें इससे क्या मतलब है? आपको अभी सिर्फ इससे यही मतलब है कि मुफ्त का मिल रहा है, आप ले लीजिए। जैसे ही आपको पता नहीं था कि ईमेल का इम्पोर्टेंस क्या था 30 साल पहले, जो मैंने मुफ्त का दिया, आज सब ईमेल यूज करते हैं। वैसे ही हॉट कॉइन कैन बिकम द नेक्स्ट बिटकॉइन। गुड मॉर्निंग, गुड मॉर्निंग। और कोई क्वेश्चंस है? 3 नए क्वेश्चंस हैं, देखते हैं।
So, Sabir, let me just interject just for a little bit. So
Sure.
so you heard Sabir, but we are all either intrapreneur. We are going to become intrapreneur, or we are going to become entrepreneur. One of those we are going to become, and we have been learning in our class that what is important for the entrepreneur. What is important? How do you know that entrepreneur is going to succeed? Right? That's a key question. And what we have learned that you have to find a need. You have to find an unmet need, right? And here, Mr. Bhatia is saying, there are a lot of people who really cannot even think about the Bitcoin. It's so expensive. Don't know what they will do with it, how to spend, how to cannot even imagine. And that is so right. If the person is earning only $5 a day, that's it. So, so that is a need he kind of started thinking about. He said, "What do I need to? How can I fulfill that need, that desire, that requirement?" So he what asset he has what in this. So what his company, what Sabir did, that he said, okay, I've found out the need, and let me talk to the people. He talked to a lot of people, and to the banks and to the countries, and that what he's trying to come up with, is there a need for it? And then the Dubai government, they came and said, yes, I think there will be a need, and they are going to control it or monitor it. And it is expanding. He's going next week to Switzerland. Then the success of the entrepreneur, you do the 6 Ds, which you always talk about in the class. We talk about 6 Ds, and that is digitization, and of course, disruptive, and then of course what you have is the demonetization, democratization, right? And dematerialization. Look at all those things. He's using all those D's he has used. That's it. And so when you look at the entrepreneurship or those D's, which we talked about the abundance, right? This is a how do you do it? And so this is how Sabir is going, and he's addressing this. But from my point of view, I'm an entrepreneur. I'm a teacher, and I looked at all those kind of values, what's happening. And then he goes ahead and says, brand name, so important, brand name. And he just picked on that. He says, I already have a hot brand, and I'm calling this from Hotmail, I'm going to call this the hot coin. So I believe, look at all of you students who are there, kind of think from this perspective, that how this is a startup company, and we all are actually seeing this, witnessing this, what's going to happen. And for me as a teacher of entrepreneurs, I thought, my God, nothing could be a better case study, real live case study, and we are learning right now. And I know that, when we, after 10 years, we all will be talking about this. So with that, Sabir, you can see there are some more questions if it's
Yeah. Somebody said क्या फ्री है? हाँ फ्री है, आप जाके साइन अप कर दीजिए hotcoinapp.com में. So the brilliance is, one, it's free. And I'm saying, I know there is value in the network. I don't have to make money on every transaction. I don't have to buy and sell. I'll build a network of Hotcoin users, and that network has value. And I have found the world's best investor, John Fisher, who invested in Hotmail to invest in this Hotcoin as well. A real world use case अब नहीं है. You cannot take this and go and buy coffee today. But one day you will be able to. And that one day in the near future, in the next maybe couple of years, maybe few months. You see, the world is changing so quickly. Whether it is Trump effect or this effect or that effect, tariffs, Greenland, I don't know. Tomorrow is a mystery. In this world of uncertainty, there is need for a new digital token that can also interact with, AI agents. Now, Bitcoin would have fulfilled all of those objectives had there been a company or somebody behind Bitcoin. But because Bitcoin is like an ether, it's just one creation and nobody has ever touched it since then, it will never morph into that. I'm saying I will become that. Hotcoin will become that. It's a futuristic, it's not solving a need of today, but a perceived need of tomorrow. And this is what distinguishes the real visionaries from entrepreneurs who do things just to make money. This is solving a human problem. And I think I am uniquely positioned to be able to distribute it to 3 billion people. And other entrepreneurs maybe don't understand that. They don't have that ability. Because I was born in India and I have that, and I know 800 million people live on less than $5 a day, I want to distribute this to them. And you can help me distribute it to them. And you will earn more Hotcoin. If you give it to your bhajiwala, to all of your village people that you know, distribute it. You'll start earning more Hotcoin. And if this hits the lottery ticket, you could be sitting on thousands, maybe hundreds of thousands of dollars. Nothing wrong with that. For attending one lecture and listening to a crazy guy who was giving away free email 30 years ago, I'm giving away free digital tokens today. Same story, different asset, different use case, different era. Somebody's asked, is execution? Listen, all of AI is how you question AI models. So that comes from critical thinking. You ask it a dumb question, it'll give you a dumb answer. You ask it an intelligent question, it'll give you an intelligent answer. The key is how you think and how you can think critically. The future belongs to those who can imagine it. Don't live in the past. Don't try to solve problems of the past. That limits your worldview. Think of the future. And that is what I think, if there's one takeaway that Professor Yadav wants to uh, give you, and so that you walk away with, don't let your imagination stop. I know was born in India as well. We try to limit ourselves with कितना waste होगा, पैसा नहीं waste करना. But in entrepreneurship, you have to be able to, 9 out of 10 companies in Silicon Valley fail. There's no shame in failure, only learning. So you learn from every mistake. But that comes from critical thinking. You can learn from your own mistakes, or you can learn from other people's mistakes. The way you learn from other people's mistakes is you listen to them. You follow them. You say, yeah, I'll do it. I'll take what, I'm not asking you to put any money. Zero risk. You can start earning hot coin today, and each of you has friends. Each of you, let's say, earns 50 hot coins. Tomorrow it becomes $1,000 each. You're sitting on $50,000 just because you listened to one guy. Nothing wrong with that. So your relationship with money will change, as has mine. When you reach a certain point, money is not used to buy, to survive. And your love for money just falls. Now, I'm more interested in solving problems than in making more money. That is the difference between a businessman and a visionary or an entrepreneur. And I can tell you, every one of Silicon Valley companies was not started to make money. They actually were all started because they solved a problem. Google said, wait a minute, why is can we solve this algorithmically? Ranking of websites. Just that. It's worth $2 trillion today. If I had kept Hotmail, it would be worth a couple of $100 billion. Now, Hotcoin could be worth a couple of $1 trillion just because I'm solving a digital problem of the have-nots who have no idea about technology. And I'm saying, you guys can help me reach them and help yourself too. If you spread the word amongst villagers, just take Hotcoin, and for each new customer you bring, you get an additional Hotcoin. Not only will their lives become better, your lives could become better too. If because of my and my team's efforts, this becomes worth $100 or $1,000 or $100,000, I don't know. So just like Ethereum, we are also based on a blockchain. The blockchain we are based on is Polygon. They're all the same. So I'm not saying we are kind of differentiating ourselves on the technological front. Nobody has distributed any token to the extent that I'm going to do the distribution. That's the difference.
Thank you. So I'll just students. One of the things I want to say that, and again, I'm kind of I really this critical thinking. We need to do that. And Einstein. Somebody asked Einstein. Einstein से पूछा कि नॉलेज बड़ी है कि इमेजिनेशन बड़ी है. आइंस्टाइन से पूछा कि नॉलेज बड़ी है, ज्ञान बड़ा है या दूरदर्शिता बड़ी है. तो आइंस्टाइन ने कहा कि नॉलेज जो है वो आपको लिमिट कर देता है, आपको बांध देता है. नॉलेज एक बार आ गया तो आप उसको बांध देता है, आप उससे बाहर जा नहीं सकते हैं. और इमेजिनेशन जो है वो आपको कहीं भी ले जा सकता है, दूरदर्शिता आपको कहीं भी ले जा सकती है. सो दैट्स व्हाट वी नीड टू डू. नॉलेज तो है तो वो तो सीख लिया, अब दूसरी नॉलेज कौन सी है, वो दूरदर्शिता है. यू कीप ऑन लर्निंग न्यू थिंग्स. And so I see, Professor Suresh Roy, you have raised your hand. Can you, please go ahead.
I just want to add what Sabir spoke. If I go back about 25 years, I was working for Cisco. And when our chairman said, long distance call is going to become a thing of past, sure it took, I was there, and these were the exact words that he spoke. Long distance call will become a thing of past. Today, every one of us is witnessing this. You are able to be in this video call and be able to express yourself is at one time the thought of our chairman and Cisco Systems. So I think, any great idea, especially coming from a successful person like Sabir, is going to make an effect on the thing that he's trying to do. I'll give you another example. Again, I was working at Cisco System, and that time the chief minister of Haryana was coming to see Cisco. And my VP came back and said, Suresh, you're from Haryana and your chief minister is here. Would you like to take him for a tour of Cisco? I said, sure. And I started explaining him the products at Cisco. And when I said that, IP phone is going to become free for all your employees, all of a sudden his eyes sparked up and said, free? Because at that time, no one could believe that IP phone can be free. So Sabir, so what you're telling us, maybe after 4 or 5 years, when we are talking about this, most probably we'll be saying, yes, Sabir said, this will have some value. And that is going to be the value after 5 years. Who knows? It could be nothing, worthless. Or it could be $5, $10, $100, whatever it is. All that he's asking for you is contribute towards this success story. And your Bitcoin, or rather your, I would get hot coins, the minimum that it will be used for is paying for those poor people who cannot afford 10 of those things that Sabir mentioned, and so needed in India. You can give your coin back to some agency who is going to give food to these poor people, to these children, and wherever it is required. So if you're getting something, think about it, and then become a member. And who knows? Future might be brighter than what it seems today. Thanks, Sabir.
Thank you. Okay. I can see that.
Some people are asking questions, I'm answering them. So,
Okay.
listen, this is not a full-fledged currency today. Just imagine you were born in 2008 and somebody came to you and said, here, take a few Bitcoins for free. You'll thank me later. If you had gotten 5 Bitcoins or 10 Bitcoin, 10 Bitcoin would make you a millionaire today. You'd be sitting on $1 million for free. I'm not promising anything. I'm saying, as a result of our efforts, maybe this could be worth something. So you have nothing to lose. I'm not asking you for any money. Download, just go to the website, sign up, and start earning more by telling your friends about it. Fair deal? Costs you nothing.
Yeah. So, what you're saying is each one who sign up actually becomes a partner in the company. Is that what
That's
you're
it.
saying?
That's what I'm saying. It's like, Ramesh, like you and I, let's say we go for a startup. What do we work for? Stock, right?
Yeah.
We get some shares,
Yeah.
1,000, 2,000. I'm saying everybody's getting a share.
Mhm.
And because of my efforts and my team's efforts, if we build value into this, all of you benefit.
Yeah. So, students, this is hot coin, but the process which it has gone through, actually, it is a learning lesson for all of us. ब्रांड कैसे यूज करेंगे, ऑल दैट डीज कैसे सब यूज करेंगे, किस तरह मार्केटिंग करेंगे, किस तरह क्या क्या समझाना पड़ेगा, किसको गवर्नमेंट से क्या बात करनी पड़ेगी, राइट, ऑल दोज थिंग्स, और फिर उसको बेचेंगे कैसे, कितना डी ही इज यूजिंग दिस डीमोनेटाइजेशन, जैसे ये यूट्यूब, फेसबुक, एक्स, ये सब जो कि हम लोग सब इसको फ्री यूज करते हैं, व्हाट्सएप हम लोग फ्री यूज करते हैं इसको, राइट, दिस इज अ, बट द कंपनीज आर मेकिंग लॉट ऑफ मनी. So demonetization is way of creating the equity, what all these things do. So आप इसको देखिएगा, look at from the perspective of कि कंपनी पैसा लगाने लायक है कि नहीं है, लेकिन मजे की बात है, इसमें तो पैसा लगाने की जरूरत नहीं है. That's what you have to think about. लेकिन but from the course point of view, I will say all of you need to think about this कि evaluate कर रहे हैं आप, do I have to invest in this company or not? क्या सारे जो क्राइटेरिया है, does it meet? वो जो हम लोगों ने जो 5 C's जो किए थे, the five filters किए थे जो, right, all of those are, we need to check that. So okay, let's see, hotcoin ka real, oh, so you can answer those questions
What's the
actually.
question?
हॉटकॉइन का रियल यूज कैसे, क्या है, और उसका फ्यूचर क्या है, that's
Okay,
what
okay. So let me take a step back and say, I am worth some amount of money. What is it? It's a number. Today, everything is digital. My money, my net worth is tied up in some number that is managed by brokers. Everything is digital. Investments, stocks going up, down. It's all digital. I don't have physical cash. I don't go count it all the time. I don't go to my bank. Some amount is in cash, some. I'm saying the future of money is all digital. So I'm distributing a digital asset to everyone today for free. And I know instinctively it will become worth something. But I don't know how much or what. That I cannot tell you. Just like I did not know when I started Hotmail that 2 years later it'd be worth 400 million, and then all of India would go freaking crazy and say, "What? How is it possible?" Not just India, the whole world. How is it possible that in 20 months you went from an idea to 400 million? I'm saying this has a potential to be even bigger than that. And you are all my partners in this. Hotcoin server has not been crashed because it's Hotcoin app, hotcoinapp.com. Yes. How does it I'm not trying to become another bit. See, this is the fundamental problem in Indian education. You have to compare me with what already exists because that is your world universe. And Professor Yadav just told you, forget the world today. Don't compare me with this is another one of that, because all you know how to do is copy and repeat in an exam. I'm saying forget everything that I know. I don't even want to compare myself with what exists today. It's a completely new way of thinking. No coin has distributed stuff to people for free. I'm doing it for free. Similar to the Hotmail idea. I'm building a network. That network has value. So the investors who will invest in this will invest in the network. They will not invest in the capability of the coin. That's the fundamental difference.
In the class, students, we always talk about passion. Do you see the passion? Do you see the passion in Sabir? Can you feel it? Right? This is a, it's a
सिंपल लैंग्वेज में बताना तो बिगिनर्स के लिए इजी होगा. सिंपल लैंग्वेज में बता रहा हूं. In 1971, the US government got off the gold standard. What did the US government say? Believe we will publish numbers. It is our honesty that this is by this dollar is backed by. Everybody says the Indian Reserve Bank still hoards gold because they think gold has value. I'm saying gold is a dead asset. The asset that has value today is the network itself. And as the network grows in size, its value also rises. If I have a 1 million user network, that's worth $100 million. If I have a 1 billion user network, it's a billion, 100 billion worth. That is the backstop. And obviously, I will do things with this network. I will do advertising. I will do identity management, analysis, tokenization of your video. It'll become an ultimate database that banks will tap into for identity, control or checking people's identity. So this is the start. You are thinking, why is it not a finished product? Well, why can I not go? What can I do with it? Hold on. Cisco wasn't built on one day. It started with a vision 25 years ago, and 25 years later, we have video today. So Rome was not conquered in one day, but obviously, I'm thinking, I'm building capability over time. This will assume value, and one day all of you will thank me. I gave it to you for free. Simple as that.
Sabir, can I say a few words, please?
Sir, Riya
Please,
Singh has raised hand. Can I unmute her?
yes, sure, go ahead.
Riya Singh, yeah.
Riya, ask your question.
Sir, good morning, sir. Sir, what is the technology which is used in this hotmail, hotcoin?
Hotcoin, we're using blockchain, and we're using specifically the Polygon blockchain for the backend, but we are building our own blockchain as well.
Okay, Sabir. So what I wanted to say was, the term free is being used very loosely here. I would say you're looking, each and every person who's listening to this is a marketing person for you. And for their effort, they're getting something in back. So it's not really free. I would say, eliminate the word free. It is for the services that you're offering to Sabir by increasing his market value. This is what you're getting back. Just like when you work for a company, they compensate you for your services in the form of stock options, stock, or in terms of a paycheck that they give you. So here it is, each one of us will act as a marketing manager. The more we contribute, the more compensation will be added. So Sabir, that is what I think the word should be used.
Okay. Listen, we are complying with every regulation. Currently, the company is headquartered in Dubai. So we are adhering to all of the regulations of Dubai. Because we are not doing any business in India other than marketing, we don't have any servers in India at the current moment. But you're just using it for free, and all we get is your phone number. That's it. And if you want, you can give your email as well. But that's the first initial point of contact and touch with you. And over time, we'll build this network, and hopefully that network will have value. So we are not looking at the last mile, trying to make money off of every transaction. That's
Yeah.
how the whole world looks. We're looking at the big
No.
picture. I want to distribute 3 billion, 4 billion tokens. There are very few networks that are worth 3, 4, 5 billion users. Hotware की value क्या ज़्यादा coin supply से no. I'm not playing that game. I'm playing a more different a game where network size will determine the value of the coin. So as the network size grows, the value of the token also grows.
So Sabir, so your business model,
Yeah.
is like you have a proven business model which you did with Hotmail, right? The
Yes.
free part of it, right? That's what you're saying here too, right? This
That's
is
it.
in the beginning, yeah.
In the beginning, it's free, but then I will build value. So
Right,
imagine I started with free Hotmail, but in the Hotmail, I built social media. I
right,
built other capabilities, say video conferencing. Now, all of a sudden, the network has more value. I
yeah,
will build that same capability in this token. Right now, I'm just distributing it for free. Next, I will make it acceptable in 36 million merchants. All
yeah,
of a sudden, if you can start spending it, of course, it takes time to get to that stage. You don't do a
yeah,
before, I mean, it takes 6 months before you get approved by a payment processor to start accepting Altcoin. All their systems have to change. But once I have that, now all of a sudden, all of these people will say, wow, we can spend it in 36 million locations. So you see
Mhm.
how Bitcoin doesn't have an organization behind it that is increasing its value other than starting it, being the first to start the currency. I'm saying my organization and I am behind that. Over time, this will become more valuable. And some investor will say, yes, this has value. Then we can start a frenzy and become the next Bitcoin.
Yeah. Sabir, if you can, in next few minutes, if you can
Sure.
please explain that, the how it is monitored, like, on the blockchain concept of it. Can you please explain that how it is done?
So
This is for the audience here.
blockchain just means we don't have a central database. It's distributed. And because it's distributed, we preserve a certain amount of anonymity. Nobody will know how much money you have. Nobody can freeze your bank account. See, tomorrow, let's say any one of you makes a wrong political statement, nobody can freeze your bank account. And we think anonymity, not just in India, but all over the world, is a prized commodity. Think of people in Iran. They are killing people for protesting against the government. What do you think they do to their bank accounts? Right? So I'm saying in this new world, we are giving you a digital asset. And because it's on blockchain, it is a distributed database. And nobody has access. Even we don't know how many tokens Ramesh can earn, or Suresh has, or I have, or whatever. Only you know, your mind knows, and your phone number knows. That's it. And we think that has value, not just in India, but in the Western world as well. So after I come back from Switzerland, I'm going to hire a top-notch PR firm in the US, and we'll be in Wall Street Journal and New York Times and the top publications of the world. Same story as Hotmail. Instead of free email, I'm giving you a free wallet with a couple of tokens stuffed in it.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you, Sabir. Thank you. Appreciate that.
Excellent.
And I truly admire. It's almost time actually. Like I requested you to commit that time, and thank you very much. We are, and I have a. I really want to introduce Professor Alam, Professor Mahmood Alam, and who has been actually the key person on all these. He's he's just similar to me, dedicated to do and promoting of the entrepreneurship. And so Professor Alam, although in the family he has some family emergency, but still he says, I want to do this. So thank you very much, Professor Mahmood Alam.
Thank you,
And
sir.
yeah. Would you like to say something to Subir? Please.
Actually, sir, I have network issues, sir. My network is fluctuating. Maybe my voice will crackle. I have also part of, sir, this hot coin. Just when Ramesh sir shared me the link, I had joined, and I have shared with many one. And this is
Wonderful.
good.
Thank you.
Yes,
Thank
sir.
you.
I know you mentioned you earned 25 hot coin. That's
Yes, sir.
great.
And in class, I have now 33 coins.
Fantastic. Wonderful.
Good,
Excellent.
good. All right.
I have, let me tell you how many I have. 399 hot coin
Oh, I
recently.
see. Okay, good, good,
Oh,
good,
sir,
good.
great, sir.
All
Not
right, good,
bad.
good.
Excellent.
Okay. Thank you very much. Well, Sabir, thank you for coming to the class, and then we will uh, if students don't have any questions, we are Sabir. Just give your last word, please, and then we'll. Uh,
Listen, all of entrepreneurship, and especially in this age of AI, you will not become a successful entrepreneur by copying what somebody else has already done. Computers, uh, AI will do whatever humans have been able to do much better. So get ready for this AI world. In the AI world, the only thing that AI does not have and is not capable of doing is imagination, which unfortunately Indian education kills. So for all of you who are teaching, rather than have set answers to questions where there is an expected answer, leave room for imagination. Let kids imagine a future and build products for an imaginary future. Those will be the most successful. What's your advice for someone who is willing to be a billionaire in the future? I didn't think you needed to have will to be a billionaire. You become a billionaire because you're just passionate about doing things. It's not,
yeah.
you don't have to will to become a billionaire, willing to, as if you have to ask your permission to become a billionaire. Why, you don't want to become a billionaire? It's that difficult to get permission from somebody to become a billionaire? You don't have to think that way. You have to think you're always learning. People who are always learning every single day will be the ones who will become billionaires. And even if they don't, no big deal. Money is not important. How much money you have is irrelevant. It's how much you have learned in life that is relevant. And every single day is a new learning experience. That's how you have to look at life. Learn something new, change somebody's life, make somebody happy. Those are the true things. And 45 out of the 50 most valuable companies today on planet Earth were built on ideas. Netflix started with such a simple idea. Hey, can we send DVDs in the mail so that we don't have to buy DVDs, people will just rent them. Today it's a trillion-dollar company. It's become bigger than any Hollywood studio. Hotcoin is a startup. Yes, it is a startup. Yes. And I mean, and like what Professor Yadav said, I'm passionate about it. You can ask me, oh, what is this? What is that? How is it compared? I don't care. I don't want to compare myself because nobody thinks like I do. And I believe in what I do. And that belief comes across in the confidence with which I present this. Because it's an original idea. Nobody has distributed any token for free ever. I have done it in the past with Hotmail. We didn't know how we were going to make money. And I'm doing it again.
Yeah. That was the asset actually you had even in the Hotmail. You had this list of the email subscriber who were
That's
there,
it.
and that was the value.
That's it.
Yeah.
And we were solving a problem and we were growing faster.
Yeah. Sabir, I would like you to, before you go, I'd like you to share your, when you first came to US, Cal Poly, when you did your first semester in your exam. Please share that so that with the perspective of this critical thinking can.
Holo chain. There's no holo chain. So you're getting confused. It's just go to hotcoinapp.com. Listen, when I came to the US first, I came to Caltech. And I got admission with a full scholarship to come to Caltech only because I passed an exam called the Caltech transfer exam for mathematics. I was the only one in the whole world who passed that exam. For me, I didn't come to make money, to get rich, to get a job, none of those things. I just wanted to get a good education and learn as much as I can. And that's how I'm living life even today. I want to learn as much as I can every single day of my life. And that's it. I take each day new. I don't even care, like Professor Suresh Roy said. I don't care. There's no such thing. It has to become successful. No. Success is I tried something. I think it's a great idea. If it becomes successful, we'll be worth $10 trillion. Or if not, I'm just having a good time every day, solving problems every day. So to build the trust, as somebody said, you got to build trust. How will I build trust? I'll build trust. One, I've already got the blessings of the government of Dubai. Now I'll go and try to get blessings of the Swiss government. And Swiss and money, the whole world knows Switzerland, right? They know money better than anybody else. And that's the whole value of what we're trying to do over here. Create digital assets for every individual, and especially for the really poor, the bottom of the pyramid. I don't know how to reach them. But if you can help me reach them by distributing these tokens to them, to the farmers, to the villagers, not only will you make more money by earning more hot coin, but you will change their lives too. So go ahead and distribute this as quickly as you can. Somebody asked her,
Yeah, Saurabh.
Sir, this critical in some previous class, someone asked for an idea. I think you should try to make a platform for organizing events in which you can, or whoever, that is, listen, that is theoretical. Whoever wants to solve that problem, solve it. I don't get it.
Saurabh, can you unmute yourself and ask a question, Saurabh? Oh, here. Okay. I think Saurabh is not there. Okay, very good. So, Professor Mahmood, again, thank you so much, and we will carry on our discussion after we say thank you to Sabir.
Yes,
And
sir.
Sabir, we learned a lot. We learned a lot, and that we are watching. And thank you for giving us an opportunity to actually, for a company, following a startup, how it is going, what does it need, what does it take to be a successful, and following all those dots, all those things which for the entrepreneurs, the possibility of entrepreneur successful, you are following all of that. Thank you. Professor Mahmood Alam, do you have something to say?
No, sir.
Okay. All right.
All
Thank you.
right. Thank you very
Thank you,
much.
sir. Good
Take
night.
care.
Good night,
Good
Sabir.
night.
Good night.
Bye-bye.
Okay. Good night.
Thanks.
Thank you. Okay, so that was a very interesting. I have been in a Silicon Valley for like 53, 54 years now, 53 years, 54. So I have never been in this kind of talk where an entrepreneur has just started a company and share their vision and share how they are doing it. So this was really, that's why I thought it will be kind of important for all of us to hear, uh, from him. How does he do it? How did he do it? So, Professor Suresh Roy, do you have any comment? And then, of course, Professor Mahmood, for your students, do you have any comment?
The only comment I have is you're listening to a person who is sharing his new thought and ideas and making everyone a partner in this. I mean, just imagine if we all, by all means, if 200, 300, or maybe 3,000 of us become his partner. Imagine if this was your company and you would have so many customers already lined up. The success is sure to come. And especially when you're targeting not so lucky ones into this, who will be dreaming someday that instead of $5, they can earn in one lump sum, maybe $100, $200, or the sky is the limit for all this. Take your own decision. No one is saying that you need to do this. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Just think about it. And if you think it makes sense, do it. Because after all that you have to do is register your name, and a coin will be dropped in your portfolio.
So
that's all I can say. But
yeah.
it's a nice success story to hear being witnessed. And maybe after 2 years, 3 years, 4, 5 years, when we see Sabir Bhatia all over again, this thing will come back to your mind saying that, yes, I heard this story on the day one, and this is where it is today.
Yeah.
That's all.
So,
Thank you.
right. So it is, I always think about it. What is the difference between a startup and a company, right? We talk about, and only difference is that the startup, they come up with a new idea. Startup come with a new business model, whereas the companies, they already have a proven business model. So
No,
here, Sabir,
Professor, I tend to disagree with that.
yeah.
Yeah, I would say the only difference is when you are an entrepreneur, you can take your decisions very fast. Because in
So,
company
yeah,
also,
yeah,
in
yeah.
every company, they are entrepreneurs. Every employee is an entrepreneur.
Entrepreneur, right? Yes,
Yeah.
yes, absolutely right.
No, not entrepreneur. Entrepreneur in their own mind. Like Sabir said, he was working for a company when he came, right? That
Uh-huh.
is when he thought about this plan about
Yeah,
Hotmail.
right,
He
right,
was
yeah.
already working, and he knew there's
Uh-huh.
a niche that he
Right,
needs to address, and he
yeah,
addressed it at this appropriate time. So
right,
you don't call Sabir an entrepreneur; you call him an entrepreneur.
yeah,
So,
yeah.
so it's one and the same thing.
Yeah. So it is kind of what he still remained as that, but the here, if you look at the business model in this one, okay, he is doing it free, right? And that is I think, and he said, I already proved this business model earlier by giving free email. And that's what he's doing here. That is the business model which he's trying to do it now, doing a little bit newer because it has got a lot other complexity which come into Bitcoin or sorry, in the hot coin or on this cryptocurrency. So anyway, there's any other, if anybody wants to comment anything about this, please go ahead and comment. And uh, Professor Alam, can you
बता दीजिए सर
can you please take a what do you call, if there is that what do people think about this today's class? Because this is the new thing we did actually in the entrepreneurship class. So can you put the what do you call the uh, voting or not the reviews? Can you ask the students or attendees?
वोट के लिए सर वोट करना है स्टूडेंट्स को
या कीजिए ना या
तो सर एक है ना गूगल फॉर्म फ्लोट कर देंगे सर बच्चों के बीच में
ठीक है ओके ऑलराइट
और सर रिव्यू क्लास जो करना है सर क्योंकि 10 फरवरी को इनका एग्जाम है
राइट
दस
ओके
फरवरी को इनका एग्जाम है 3 फरवरी से शुरू हो रहा था 3 फरवरी के बाद तो ये लोग क्लास कर नहीं पाएंगे क्योंकि एवरीडे है ना इनका एग्जाम है
राइट या ना ठीक है सो व्हाट we have on 20 let's see 28th or 27th or 28th ko. So what we have open, let me open my calendar. Yes, I'll tell you what's okay. So we have 26, 27, 28, 29.
सर
Oh,
लेट्स
no,
डू ऑन
28.
29 सर
Hmm? 29th.
29
Okay.
विल बी गुड फॉर
So we'll do the review course on 29th.
यस सर
Review for the final exam.
यस सर
Okay. Review for final exam for BTech.
यस सर पॉबी टेक
Okay. All right. And then we will do, okay. All right. Very good. Okay. And we have done it. And I'll see the diploma students, what do they think? If we get enough feedback, then we'll do it again. Otherwise, we'll give them we have the recording and uh, Mohit, I see your question. Review हम लोग ने किया था. We already did the review for the final exam. But if it is required, uh, oh, exam is on 29th, I think. Oh, you have exam on 29th. Hmm.
इट मीन्स
I,
है ना इनका एग्जाम ऑलरेडी एग्जाम कब से स्टार्ट हो रहा है डिप्लोमा 5th सेम का स्टार्टिंग डेट ये 29 तो आपका इसका होगा ना 28 जन से शुरू ही हो रहा है सर इनका डिप्लोमा का एग्जाम
oh, अच्छा ओके सो डिप्लोमा का तो हम लोग कर चुके हैं क्लास तक तो सो व्हाट आई विल डू इज आई विल पोस्ट जो रिकॉर्डिंग है ओके आई एम गोइंग टू पोस्ट दैट रिकॉर्डिंग
सर
okay so tomorrow you'll be able to access that okay and you already have the link जो कि JUT वेबसाइट में है लिंक वो
हाँ वहां पे चला जाएगा सर फिर तो अच्छा रहेगा
या तो आप प्रोफेसर आलम you have that link also, right? That's so you can share that. This
यस
is
सर यस सर
yeah, okay. All right, okay. Any other questions, students? Let's see. Okay. So Shumajit Singh, I see your question. I'm an MBA student and an aspiring entrepreneur. Which matters more in the early stage of the startup? A strong customer problem or breakthrough in technology? So I want to address that question actually because that's really kind of a first of all the breakthrough doesn't matter. What breakthrough is, that doesn't matter. You got to find a, not even customer matter. You need to find a need, an unmet need of a customer. Not a customer, but the unmet need of a customer. कौन सी नीड है जो कि कस्टमर को चाहिए लेकिन उसको मिल नहीं रही है? कौन सी ऐसी चीज है वो आपको ढूंढना है, वो सबसे ज्यादा जरूरी है। और फिर जब वो आप नीड आपको पता कर गया कौन सी नीड है, अब जैसे सबीर ने नीड की कही कि ओ ये जो जो लोअर क्लास ऑफ लोअर इनकम वाले जो हैं, they don't have anything, they don't have access to this digital currency, and so he's trying to get the digital currency at that level. That was the unmet need. So the most is it is defining the unmet need is most important, and then of course then you need to find out, next step would be कि और किस किस को उस और किस किस की वो need है. Okay, then okay, there's a question from that, sir, what type of question will come in the external exam? Could you please revise the syllabus with us like the first and second midterm? Okay, yeah. So are you so for the for the students for the BTech student, we are working to do the review. Hopefully we can do it on hopefully we can do for them on 28th, review on 28th. Okay, BTech. No, BTech we are doing on 29th. BTech review we are doing on 29th. Is that correct, Professor Alam?
Yes, sir, 29.
Yeah, okay. And then so 29th will be a BTech review. Okay. So hopefully discuss about the exit. Let's see. Question, welcome. And exam is on 20. I think we can do it in the out class. Okay. So how can Professor Alam, where can I get this schedule for the diploma? When are their exams
I will
starting?
share you, sir. I will share you from
Thank
JOT
you.
website. I will share you.
Okay, do that. And for all the students, you will get tomorrow. Your professor will be emailing it to you. The question which you have asked, and especially when can we do this review? But you will have your review, जो हम लोग कर चुके हैं already. You will have the video of that review. That you will get. Tomorrow that will be available on the on the JUT website. Okay, so Sumit asked, sir, can you please discuss about the execution and cash flow and the challenge that comes along with the execution while maintaining a healthy cash flow? This is ये तो बहुत this is Sumit, that's an excellent question. And cash flow का जो cash flow जो statement है, वो statement है कि बैंक की आपकी कंपनी में कितना पैसा आ रहा है और कितना पैसा जा रहा है. ओके, किसी पर्टिकुलर टाइम में, आज के दिन कितना पैसा आया, कितना पैसा गया. नाउ अब आपको उसी के मुताबिक प्लान करना पड़ेगा. अब आपको अगर कस्टमर का ऑर्डर आया, अचानक ऑर्डर आ गया और आपके पास कैश फ्लो, सो आपको उस रॉ मटेरियल या जो उसके जो बिल ऑफ मटेरियल बना और उसके लिए मटेरियल खरीदना, जो इन्वेंटरी खरीदनी जरूरी है, और आपका वेंडर बोल रहा है कि भाई आपको पे करना पड़ेगा, आपके पास पैसा तो नहीं है। सो व्हाट यू विल डू, क्योंकि कैश फ्लो स्टेटमेंट ने बतला दिया है कि आप ऑलरेडी उतना पैसा नहीं है जितना आपको चाहिए। सो यू नीड टू गो आउट एंड रेज दैट मनी। सो यू कैन गो आउट टू द बैंक कि हमारे पास ये परचेज ऑर्डर है, हम लोग ये बना रहे हैं, बैंक से लोन ले सकते हैं आप। या आप एक्विटी अपनी, यू कैन सेल द एक्विटी, गिव द एक्विटी अवे एंड रेज सम मनी, फंड रेजिंग कर सकते हैं। सो दैट इज अ वेरी बैलेंस विच यू हैव टू डू, कि आप बैंक से लोन लेंगे, बैंक से लोन लेंगे तो बैंक को आपको देना पड़ेगा, दैट योर डेट विल इंक्रीज। और अगर आप एक्विटी एक्विटी से फंड रेज करते हैं तो आप कंपनी का पोर्शन किसी को दे रहे हैं। सो दैट यू हैव टू डिसाइड कि व्हाट इज एडवांटेजियस फॉर यू। और वो आपको तीन स्टेटमेंट, इनकम स्टेटमेंट, कैश फ्लो स्टेटमेंट और बैलेंस शीट, ये तीनों स्टेटमेंट देख के देन यू विल मेक अ डिसीजन that what how which direction I will go to.
I think, Professor, most of the time, the bank normally will not give a loan. They will give you line of credit.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
And what that means is